Hey buds, what's up? I hope you're all doing great. So in today's video, we will be discussing the best compact phones. All the links to the products are given below in the description box. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. Number 1. iPhone 13 mini. There is still a small percentage of customers who prefer their cell phones to be smaller in size. The agreement is that a compact smartphone needs to be readily pocketable, light in weight and simple to operate with only one hand, even though our notion of what that means has undoubtedly changed over time. If a smaller smartphone ever becomes available, it will typically feature sluggish hardware. Few products provide premium features in a small package. The iPhone 13 mini is one of those select few, featuring the same excellent processor and camera as the standard iPhone 13 in a significantly smaller body, both practical and affordable. The iPhone mini is not the device for you if you're searching for an iPhone that offers everything new that Apple is capable of. The iPhone 13 Pro and iPhone 13 Pro Max are designed for this purpose. Yes, the 13 Pro Max is large, but you might be able to tolerate the somewhat oversized design of the iPhone 13 Pro. Purchase the iPhone 13 mini if compactness is your top priority, outstanding performance, a decent camera, and longer battery life. Although its screen is restricted to 60 Hz until 2021 Apple, it is still a very good phone overall. Number 2. ASUS ZenFone 8. The ASUS ZenFone 8 is a reliable flagship phone at a competitive price, but there are obviously trade-offs. There's no telephoto lens or wireless charging, and it lacks the innovative flip camera of its predecessor that allowed the back lenses to move forward for selfie pictures. The limited edition ASUS ZenFone 8 Flip still offers that camera, but the regular ZenFone 8 offers top-tier specs for the lowest price since the OnePlus 6T. With top-tier specs in a range of combinations, including a top-tier Snapdragon 888 processor up to 16GB of RAM and 256GB of storage, ASUS intends for the ZenFone 8 to be the standard version of the phone. The 64-megapixel primary camera, the 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera, and the punch-hole front camera are fantastic. These cameras perform well in decent lighting, as we've seen with prior ASUS phones, but they fall short of comparable flagship phones in low light and night shooting. As previously announced, the new flagship phone from ASUS is a compact device with one-handed use in mind during design. Examples include a tall and narrow design and an advanced one-handed interface mode. Given its size, it is somewhat unusual among flagship smartphones and can compete with the iPhone 12 Small and the less powerful Google Pixel 5 in terms of features. Number 3. Google Pixel 6a. The 6a gives the majority of what the Pixel 6 and to a lesser extent the Pixel 6 Pro do at a much reduced price, as is customary for the A series. $449 as opposed to the Pixel 6's $599 starting price. A glass back panel, wireless charging, or a quicker screen refresh rate are not included. However, you do receive the same fundamental features as the top models. In past years, the cheaper models typically had a less powerful processor, but the same industry-leading camera. This year, that's not the case. You get Tensor, a processor made just for Google. Some AI and machine learning-driven capabilities are made possible by Tensor, including enhanced real-time transcription and HDR video recording at the best resolution and frame rate possible for cameras. However, the chipset mainly improves Pixel phones' capabilities, such as live translation by operating them more effectively so you can use them longer without depleting your battery. Most importantly, it means that you can continue using this phone for longer than a few years. The average lifespan of a phone costs less than $500. Only the iPhone SE can match the value of pure return on investment for mid-range Android phones. Software upgrades for the SE may be available for a year longer than for the 6a, but the Pixel has a considerably better screen than the SE's relatively tiny 4.7-inch display. Number 4. Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3. Samsung's Galaxy Z Flip 3 was designed with durability in mind. A new film has made the screen 80% more durable than the screens seen on the Galaxy Z Flip and Galaxy Z Flip 5G. The 1.9-inch outside display is protected by Gorilla Glass Victus, while Samsung used Armor aluminum material to build the phone's frame. All of that provides improved scratch resistance, particularly for the cover display. Additionally, the Flip 3 has a water resistance of IPX8, so you don't have to worry about dripping it in water, though Samsung nor I would advise. We could not test the water resistance during our hands-on time with the phone. The cover display is likely the feature that has changed the Galaxy Z Flip 3's design the most. That's 4 times as big as the 1.1-inch outside strip of the Galaxy Z Flip, so you'll see more data than before. There are 4 color options for the Galaxy Z Flip 3: cream, green, lavender, and phantom black. During our hands-on, the lavender caught our attention, demonstrating Flip 3's emphasis on aesthetics. Also, Samsung will only make gray, pink, and white hues available on its website. The cream variant, which I'm testing, is exquisite in its subtlety. The smooth finish is also very appealing, considering how slippery the original Galaxy Z Flip was. Number 5. Xiaomi 12. The Xiaomi 12 is among the company's small smartphones to date. We define compact in the sense of 2022, which is still relatively large given how quickly the average size of smartphones is increasing. This phone won't make your palm or wrist sore with its 152.7 by 69.9 by 8.1 millimeter dimensions and 180 gram weight. We had no trouble maneuvering our fingers around it to reach the volume rocker and power button on the right side. Assisting that delightful hand feel are 2 crucial elements. First, the device's curved edge display guarantees that it fits comfortably in your hand. At least, the purple model we tested makes this backside a visual delight. There are also variations in gray and blue. Instead of depending solely on your images, we advise looking for a phone shop where you can physically inspect these products. If you lay the phone flat on a table, the phone will wobble because the camera bump protrudes somewhat far from the handset. The phone lacks a 3.5mm headphone jack that features a USB-C port for communication. There is also an IR blaster. However, you must have compatible devices to use the phone as a remote control for your TV or smart home features. Number 6. Sony Xperia 5 III. The Sony Xperia 5 III successfully pares down from the opulent Xperia 1 III, offering nearly identical performance and photography capabilities in a smaller shell. Even great is the battery life. It still has some significant gaps though, and given the flagship price, those omissions sting the more. The Xperia 1 II's boxy shape was taken and given a sophisticated matte finish to create Sony's current full-sized flagship phone. Unfortunately, the tiny option, the Xperia 5 III, can't do the same. Instead, Sony has continued to use the Xperia 5 II's slightly rounded edges and shiny finish. Despite its extra skinny 21:9 display and out-of-the-ordinary forehead and chin, this phone is nevertheless distinctly attractive and exceptionally tall and thin. As before, there is a legitimate reason why the top and bottom bezels are longer. Both the design and the display of the Sony Xperia 5 III are well known. It has a similar 6.1-inch OLED display with a 1080 by 2520 FHD Plus resolution and a pixel density of 449 overall. No, that doesn't even come close to the intermediate QHD standard of nearly any other Android phone at this price point, let alone the 4K majesty of the Sony Xperia 1 III. However, it's debatable if cramming that many pixels into a 6.1-inch display would be worthwhile. So that's all for today's video, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. If yes, please do like, share, and subscribe. Also share to your friends and family.